battle, by far our ugliest battle, I would say.
I don't know. That Texas was pretty hideous.
Hey,
fuck you.
I'm joking. Look, everybody's ugly. Come on.
Oh. All right. Speaking of ugly, we got our final matchup: San Francisco versus Seattle. Coming up.
Yes. Look at that. I can't wait. I like both of these cities. Great comedy towns. Great comics come out of there. This is going to be a hot one.
Yeah, a lot of pressure because this has been a great battle. I mean, after round one, I almost quit. This has really brought me back and given me hope in comedy.
Totally. Yeah. I hope these guys bring it because we've seen some real dog shit. So let's try to pick it up, folks? You've only had 1 million hours to write.
All right, here we go. So coming up for Team San Francisco, this first comic has been on Viceland, Sirius XM, Good Mythical Morning. It's Matt Lieb, everybody. How about for Matt Lieb?
Woo!
Matty!
Thank you. Excited to be here.
Welcome, Matt. His teammate, she's internationally unknown. She's been to the Edinburgh Fringe Festival, and she's a regular at San Francisco's Punchline. Give it up for Clara Bell, everybody.
Hello, everybody. Yay. Hello.
All right, Clara.
Hello.
All right.
How's my video? Is my video and audio working?
Yeah, looks great. You sound great.
Thank you.
Good. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you
Yeah.
loud.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Great hair. Good
Let's
hair.
get started. Thank you. Yeah. We don't need the other team. It's fine.
Let's roll over to Seattle, see how they're doing. We got some heavy hitters here from the documentary series on Amazon Prime called 80 for 80. Monica Nevi.
Nevi, you got
There
it.
she is. Hey. All right. Looking good. Here we go.
Let's do it.
20 million views on Dry Bar. How about that? Pretty low for Dry Bar. Put your hands together for Andrew Rivers.
Hello. Hi. Thank you.
Oh, yeah. You look like a Dry Bar guy.
The Mormon Beyonce.
All right.
All right.
Well, I'm ready. You ready, Joe?
Let's get it going. I feel great. Everyone, this is our most attractive one, I would say.
Yes.
Yes.
We like white people.
Save it for last.
Yeah. Only one ugly in the whole group.
Oh, yeah. He knows who he is.
All right. San Francisco's up first. San Fran, give them hell.
All right. Hey, everyone. So when I found out that we were going to be roasting Seattle, I said to myself, oh, yeah, Seattle. That's a place. Personally, I love Seattle. It's a city that answers the question, what if Portland, but worse? Last year, Seattle had the second highest suicide rate of any metropolitan area in the country, which is tragic, but there's always next year.
All right.
Seattle.
Seattle. That's me. Sorry. All right. Oh, this is tough. I like San Francisco. I like London Breed. I like Jimmy Garoppolo. If you don't know, London Breed is the name of the mayor because even politicians get drag names in San Francisco. Jimmy Garoppolo is the quarterback for the 49ers who just openly dates porn stars, which is probably why he's so good at blowing a lead.
Hey,
Boom, Super Bowl joke. Let's go.
There you go.
Nice.
I don't know what sports are.
From San Francisco, yeah.
All about Kaepernick. All right. So in San Francisco, we have Facebook, Twitter, Google, Apple, drugs, sex. In Seattle, you guys have Bing and Rain. Bing is a thing. Bing is a thing.
Oh, Bing.
I use Bing.
Bing.
I'm gonna Google that later.
Bing is good for porn.
All right,
SF?
Seattle.
All
Yeah,
right.
leave it up.
Hello. Yes. San Francisco. The San Francisco treat is come.
That's
You
right.
can't do that on Dry Bar.
No.
All right, SF.
Oh, all right. Yeah, I visited Seattle last year. I gotta say, I was kind of disappointed when I visited Mount St. Helens. Disappointed that they didn't finish the job. The Mount St. Helens eruption was crazy. It was like God tried to 9/11 Seattle. Like the difference is that Mount St. Helens actually was an inside job, because of lava.
All right.
All right.
I know.
All right. San Francisco looks like a community college brochure, both in its diversity and the fact that the entire city peaked in high school.
Hey, all right.
Not the color of your skin that matters, is the content of your wallet.
Mm.
We like money. Money's good. All right. So you guys have a lot of homeless people in Seattle. Yeah, it's because they can't afford to be homeless in San Francisco.
Secondhand homeless.
All right.
Nice.
San Francisco was the site of the first outbreak of the bubonic plague. Too bad neither of these comics will ever break out of there.
Yeah. All right, Andrew.
I see the Space Needle in your background. It's beautiful. It's weird. The Space Needle is like a monument to Seattle's crippling heroin addiction. Having a building called the Space Needle in Seattle is like having a building called the Astro Nuke in Nagasaki.
Hey, don't say gook.
All right. Why do so many movies about San Francisco hinge on its destruction? The Core, The Rock, Pacific Rim. You're like the dumb friend in a horror movie that has to get killed. The only realistic depiction of San Francisco is Full House, because it's two full families plus the creepy uncle that have to live together to afford it.
Yeah.
Have mercy.
I have 5
Sorry.
roommates.
Cut it out.
Who sleeps in the closet in your room?
Which closet? Because I have 20. Yeah, I have 20.
Oh, okay. 20
Yeah,
closets.
and Matt came out of one.
Apparently one of the things you can do in Seattle is eat hot dogs with cream cheese. Wow. Way to spice things up, Seattle. You guys are so white that you consider cream cheese to be exotic.
All right.
Tingles the taste buds, yeah. All right. San Francisco banned cemeteries. Apparently, the only thing you're allowed to bury in that city is your dreams, because the Golden Gate Bridge is the second most popular place in the world to kill yourself, and the first is wherever Matt Lieb is performing.
It's Zoom. I'm performing in Zoom. I do love taking shit from someone who opened for Steve Hofstetter, but a lot of people a lot of people from Seattle get really high and then hit rock bottom and crash and burn. Kurt Cobain, Jimi Hendrix, and the Boeing 737 MAX 8. But Boeing built all those faulty planes and had to ground the whole fleet, which makes no sense because they literally ground themselves.
Yeah,
All
take
right.
that, Boeing.
Yeah.
You get one more?
Yeah, Monica.
Yes. Come
All
on
right,
down.
sorry. This is tough. I mean, we have more connection between Seattle and San Francisco. I don't know. Seattle does have a really high suicide rate, but we go to San Francisco to do it.
All right. So 50 Shades of Grey is set in Seattle, and everybody thought it was a sexual reference, but it's really just a weather reference.
Yeah.
Nice.
So much different in San Francisco. That's right. San Francisco, it's a beautiful city where the dudes dress like ladies and the ladies shit on the street.
I can't tell if Andrew is 12 or 48.
35. Split the middle.
All right. Right in the middle.
All right, I think that's it.
That's it? Oh, I didn't have time to do my impression of Seattle.
Throw it
Well,
out
let's
there.
see it. Ah, there it is.
Wow.
It took me an
Nice.
hour to fucking make this.
Well, you got it in the buzzer. The judges will see that.
Yeah.
I don't think it's
Well,
gonna
I
happen.
wanted to see the biggest disparity in votes, and I'm about to.
Here we go. I can't wait. I can't pick. This is a good round. You guys killed it.
See, I disagree. That was supposed to be a zinger.
What do you think, Joe?
I thought it was
disagree
dead
also,
even,
but-
50-50.
Andrew Rivers is uncomfortable.
Right down the
all
line.
of the comments say everything went too long.
Oh,
Yeah,
come
okay.
on. What are they doing? Wow, Mark is a liar. Oh, my connection's unstable. Oh, wow!
That is
Landslide.
Oh,
All right.
Hey,
Hello.
Fran,
Let's go.
I was booked yesterday. Wow.
But you had enough time to make that graphic.
yeah.
Oh, I did. I did that.
San
I
Francisco
burned
check,
after the
y'all.
whistle, Monica.
Sorry.
That was like a Russian election.
Woo, great job, guys. Thanks for doing it. Killer.
All right.
Yeah,
Thank
great
you.
round.
Thanks for having us. Appreciate it. Good to
All
see
right.
you.
Thank
All
you.
right.
I was kidding about Hofstetter. He's great.
Nah, no, he's not.
It's all right. Whatever you want.
We're all gonna need him after this.
For
Yeah.
sure. I'll be at the Nowhere Comedy Club tomorrow. So
San Francisco, you're still in it though. There's another. This is not single elimination, so we'll see you next round. And that was great. Thank you to
All right.
San Francisco and Seattle. Boy, what a show that was, Mark.
What a show, top to bottom. It was a can't miss of a lot of missers.
A lot
Good
of great
stuff.
stuff. And yeah, spectacular. Does anybody have any parting words they want to throw in there?
follow me on Instagram for 10% off swimwear.
All right. He likes to watch little boys swim.
I can't tell if it's real or not. But hey, if you're at home watching the show, if you enjoyed it, come back tomorrow night, 2 more shows, and tell some friends. Spread the word. We're having a great time here. So yeah, come back again. Tomorrow, the late show's 10:30 Eastern, early show 7:30 p.m.
You got that right. And tomorrow's battles are going to be St. Louis versus Houston, Nashville versus Indianapolis, Buffalo versus Chicago, and Minneapolis versus Cleveland. All great comedy towns. I'm excited to see it.
Yeah, and we're going to see some of the people we saw earlier tomorrow night on the late show. So spread the word, tweet it, put it on Instagram. And Mark and I have a podcast called Tuesdays with Stories. You can check that out. And yeah, wash your hands and have sex with a family member.
Yes, I've got a special coming out on Tuesday. Check that out on YouTube. And yeah, we'll see you all in hell. Praise Allah.
Abolish ICE.